In a sleepy Tennessee town, every sunset, a Labrador's barks rang out like a siren. The folks on Maple Street were baffled. Their neighbor's dog, Buddy, once the life of every barbecue, was acting strange. 6 years ago, his owner, Jenny, a bright young teacher, vanished without a trace, leaving Buddy behind. Now, Buddy raced to the town square daily, leaping at passing cars, barking with a fire in his eyes. The town, who loved him like their own, was torn. Was Buddy chasing a ghost? Or sensing Jenny? His barks stirred hope and heartache, growing wilder each evening. What was driving Buddy's desperate leaps? The truth would hit like a thunderbolt, leaving the whole town in tears. It all kicked off one humid summer evening. Ellen, the town's librarian, was locking up when Buddy's bark echoed across the square. She turned, heart skipping. Buddy, a golden Labrador with soulful eyes, was leaping at a parked truck, tail whipping, barking like his life depended on it. Ellen called his name, but he ignored her, eyes glued to the driver's window, empty. Buddy lived with the Clarks, Jenny's old neighbors, ever since Jenny disappeared. She'd been their star teacher, always with Buddy by her side, tossing frisbees, charming kids. Then, one day, she was gone. No note, no clue. Buddy was never the same. Every sunset, Buddy bolted from the Clarks' porch to the town square, leaping at cars, barking at strangers. The Clarks' daughter, Mia, 16, started following him, worried he'd get hit. Her brother, Tim, 12, thought Buddy saw Jenny's spirit. Ellen asked around. Nobody new was in town. The local diner buzzed with theories. Maybe Buddy smelled Jenny's scarf, left in her old car. The Clarks kept it in their garage, but Buddy ignored it. His barks grew frantic, echoing through quiet streets. Mia taped Buddy's leaps, posting them online. "He's waiting for her," she wrote. Tim left Jenny's old hat by the square, hoping it'd calm Buddy. It didn't. Ellen's gut churned. Buddy was their town's mascot, their link to Jenny. Was he sensing her return, or losing his mind? The mystery gripped Maple Street, their love for Buddy tangled with grief. Ellen watched him one evening, his silhouette against the fading light. His barks were a cry, and it was breaking everyone's hearts. The town couldn't stand Buddy's pain. Mr. Clark set up a cheap security camera in the square. The footage showed Buddy leaping at random cars, delivery vans, sedans, even a cop cruiser, barking, then slumping, defeated. Ellen combed the square for clues. No new scents, no dropped items. The Clarks took Buddy to the vet. Dr. Hayes checked his joints, his nose. "Fit as a fiddle," she said. "Maybe he's stressed." Ellen shook her head. Buddy wasn't stressed. He was on a mission. The barking and leaping went on, relentless, every sunset shaking the town's nerves. They tried everything. Mia walked Buddy longer, thinking he needed exercise. He still ran to the square. They locked the Clarks' gate. Buddy dug under it. The diner owner, Sal, suggested playing Jenny's old voicemails, her laugh, her voice calling Buddy. He howled louder. A retired cop, Pete, said Buddy might sense Jenny's energy. Mr. Clark scoffed, but Ellen was desperate. They checked missing persons databases. Jenny's case was cold. The town started whispering. Some said Buddy needed a new home, that his obsession was dangerous. Mia teared up. Buddy was Jenny's heart, their tie to her memory. But his antics were scaring folks. One night, Tim shared a tale from school. A dog found its owner across states, like a sixth sense. Could Buddy be tracking Jenny? They searched social media for Jenny sightings. No luck. The local paper ran a story on Buddy, begging for leads. A few prank calls came, but nothing real. The town rallied, putting up Buddy Watch signs, but hope faded. Ellen sat with Mia by the square, watching Buddy leap at a passing truck. His barks were a plea, a promise no one could keep. The mystery was crushing them, their love for Buddy battling despair. Maple Street felt haunted, not by ghosts, but by a dog's unbreakable hope. One stormy sunset, everything unraveled. Buddy's bark turned into a wild, joyful howl, shaking the square. He sprinted from the Clark's porch, leash snapping, leaping at a beat-up sedan pulling in. Ellen, closing the library, froze. Buddy was frantic, claws scraping the car door, tail ablur. Mia and Tim ran up, breathless. "He's losing it," Mr. Clark yelled, chasing after. Ellen's heart pounded as the car door opened. A woman stepped out, thin, weathered, with familiar hazel eyes. "Jenny!" The town gasped. Buddy launched into her, yowling, licking her face. Jenny knelt, sobbing, arms around him, whispering, "I'm home, boy." Mia screamed, running to her, Tim stumbling behind. Ellen's tears fell, Jenny alive after 6 years. But Jenny's hands trembled, her eyes shadowed with pain. She clutched a small photo of Buddy, worn and creased. Where had she been? Why was she back now? Buddy's howls softened, but he stayed glued to her, eyes bright. The sedan's driver, a stranger, watched silently, holding a bag with a hospital logo. The square fell electric, the storm clouds heavy. Was Jenny okay? Had Buddy known she was coming? The reunion was real, but questions hung thick. The town held its breath, hearts on the line. Jenny's story broke the town's heart. She'd been trapped in a cult, coerced and isolated, her identity stripped. Buddy's photo, hidden in her pocket, kept her fighting. She escaped, hitchhiking back to Tennessee, guided by memories of Buddy's loyalty. His barks, somehow, since her approach, drawing her home. The town wept, not from grief but awe. Buddy wasn't just a dog. He was their miracle, their beacon. Ellen hugged Buddy, tears streaming. "You brought her back, champ," she whispered. Jenny held him, smiling through scars. The Clarks and townsfolk gathered, touching Jenny, stroking Buddy. The square, once a place of longing, became a stage for love. Mia and Tim clung to Jenny. Their hero returned. Neighbors brought food, blankets, vowing to help Jenny heal. Buddy still runs to the square sometimes, but his barks are soft, content. Maple Street will never forget his gift, a dog who never gave up. Isn't Buddy's story incredible? His love brought a woman home and broke our hearts. Subscribe for more heartwarming animal stories that'll lift your soul. Hit the bell so you don't miss our next video about a cat's amazing trek. Comment below. Has your pet ever amazed you? Share your story with our community. Dive into our playlist for more touching tales and join us to celebrate the magic of animals. Let's keep these stories alive.